uh, testimony today.
Sit back and listen.
Get back and listen.
God bless you.
God bless you all.
Glory be to God's name. I'm so thankful to God that He gave me the chance to thank Him on this 53rd birthday of mine. I'm so thankful to this great God who led me. So, in the verge of just thinking about my past, I just wanted to thank God for the beautiful things He did in my life. So, I want to tell 53 blessings that God gave me in my life and make it as short as possible for all of you to listen and also thank God with me. And the first year, I want to thank God for my beautiful parents, loving parents. I can say the world best parents because my daddy carried me till I was 8-year-old. Wherever I will say, Daddy, I want to be carried, he will carry me. Such a loving dad, and mommy was so caring. Whatever I like, she will go for it and she will sacrifice anything to get it for me. So in the first year, I know I wouldn't have been able to take care of me and they would have taken care of me so well. I thank God. And second year, I thank God for my Rebecca Chitti, Alex Mama, then Sahai Mama. And they were taking care of me when they left me in Sambar Vadagarai. And I thank for my elder sister who was my play companion. Maybe she was admiring me like how now Noah is admiring Zach. I'm sure Christy was around and all the little friends that have been in my life. And third year, I thank God for all these people who grew me in Sambar Vadagarai. And lately I came to know that I got the prize for the best child award in Sambar Vadagarai Panchayat. I'm so thankful for that. I want to especially thank God for Shanti teacher and Chandra, who is no more in this world. And I also want to thank for Jaya Anne, who took care of me, and Anderson Mama, who will also give me morning first milk in my bed. And always whenever there is a new cow will give a birth to a baby cow, the first 3 days milk will be for me. He will cook it in the morning and he will bring it in my bed and he will give it to me. So I thank God for that. And the third year I was like brought back to Chennai, and my parents started, my mommy especially started taking me to school when I was so small. And sometimes they left me at home. I remember an old lady who was taking care of me. She was giving me milk rice. I remember she will put me on the window and she was feeding me. And I thank that lady. I don't know her name. Maybe my parents know her. So I thank God for her who took care of me. And I thank God for Moses teacher, Shanta teacher, and Periyaya and Chinnaya. And I thank God for the nursery school toys and lot of toys Benjamin Mama Ibiatai brought for me. The doll, that Sally which I have here with me, is brought to me when I was 2 years old. And the Periya Bomma which Mama gave me. And when Mom and Dad left me at home, I was crying so bad, and Mama opened the big box and brought me the big toy. It was occupying the full box. Then the fifth year, I thank God for Visalachi teacher, and I did the first time stage dance, and I thank God that the blue dress which I wore was very nice, but eye liner and all that is smudged. I got that photo. I will try to post it. And that is the first time I had the stage dance, and sand trays that we made, and we arranged it in the school. And I can remember the staircase. We used to sit and eat with all the teachers. We used to sit and we used to have the lunch together. And the sixth year, I thank God I went to the first standard. It was so difficult for me to go from nursery to first standard because I have to be away from mommy. And this is the first time I see that I am becoming independent. And I thank God for Radhika, Kannagi and Radha, my best friends in nursery, who continued with me. And I thank God for Srinivasan. He is my friend also. And I always wanted to be the class teacher from the second standard onwards. And I thank God for the seventh year. In my lovely birthdays, Daddy used to surprise me with so many cakes and things like that. One birthday, I remember Daddy came and took me from the school and gave me holiday. And he got me so many cakes and chocolates. I remember you, Daddy, doing it. And Benjamin Mama, Ebiatai, Dhamraj Mama, you gave me so many frocks to wear. Always you will bring 2 frocks, me and Mercy together. I thank you for that. And the 8th year, I thank God I got the surprise. My mommy is giving birth to another girl. And welcome to Suganti. And though she was robbing all my love, but I love her so much. And sometimes I used to beat her in the absence of mom and dad. But thank God for her. I thank God for Johnson brother family, Herbert uncle family. And I also thank for all the lovely friends around us. In 1976, my transition from basic school to high school, I was really a naughty girl. I was very happy that time. I maintained a mini zoo in the school compound. I grew lot of white color rats, and I used to go inside the mini zoo and feed them. They used to run around my body, and I liked it. And I remember Sayani bus stand waiting, and then we changed to 201/4 to 143/1. That is the transition from upstairs to downstairs we came. We started having lot of garden in our house. I thank God for all the lovely flowers mommy used to grow, button roses, and Agatti Kira chedi was so tall. Many times mommy will take it and cook it. Sundaka vattal kolambu, sundaka kolambu mommy used to make. We liked it. And in 12th year, God gave me training in Mangalapuram. We used to go there, and all the family marriages took place. Rebecca Chitti Kalyanam, Alex Mama Kalyanam, and we had a lovely family photos. And Daddy used to take us to church. And in my life, Richard uncle family, Prem, his laws, and Peter was there. And then in the 13th year, new friends in ICF Colony, ICF bus stand, Dora Chitti's house, and Sadras, going to Sadras and climbing on the Chengalpattu mountain. And then slowly we walked on to 1983. Before that, my grandmother became sick and God took her away. I was in Melagaram and God chose me to go to nursing. And 1983, we received Alex in our family, the first grandchild of the whole Bethany family. So Alex is the blessing for me from 83 till today. And I came to know just today that even Beulah is born on the same year. And I think God decided on this couple to be with us throughout our life. And that is a lovely year. Then in the 1987, Calvin is born. That also happened in some other part of the world, but thank God for his life and he arriving in our life. We didn't know, of course. I met Cyril in 80. 88, I came from CMC to India, and I met Cyril in 89. And in 90 we met. 91, we got married in December 5th. I thank God for this gentleman, and he has been a big blessing in my life. And so many things happened in our life. We were able to serve the Lord in Saudi Arabia through the year, because first 2 years I prepared myself in Saudi. I was praying in the presence of God for 121 days with fasting. God was preparing me for a Saudi ministry. I came to know that later in Shabe in Rijal Alma. I met Jagdish and Beulah. They were a great blessing for me. And they gave birth to Abhisha and Anisha, and they were our first daughters who were my blessing in my life. And then we came to Abba. We just climbed the mountain and we started enjoying the climate of Abba. And there God gave us the time to meet him face to face, and we did the ministry with Pastor A.V. Farrow. And Y2K ministry we started. On 2000, we made the biggest conference ever in Saudi, in Trident Hotel, and God blessed us in many ways. Though we were serving him in the tip of the edge of the sword, many times the Mutawas used to chase us, but thank God our ministry was a great success, and many people's lives were touched, and many families were created for God, to serve God, who are till today serving the Lord in various parts of the world. We were able to meet Pastor Bashir and Sister Mariam, who were a great support, as well as they are the soul of my ministry. I can say I spent 3 months in their house when they lost their child Henry, and God gave me a new experience to see the way how God carries his children. And from that time I saw that they were growing greatly in their life, And on my 39th year, I was traveling from Saudi Arabia to Dubai. It was God's plan that we had to come for a shopping festival in Dubai. And what we did is, I and Cyril were returning back to Saudi, and in the airport, God stopped me on that day. I prayed in the airport, God, today I am not stepping in this country, but salvation will come to this country. And God promised me that God will change this country completely. And I saw that change this year, and it will go to a better change in the future, I believe. And then on that year of 2004, when I came, I started Al Yasat Teaching Institute, and it is a nursing school. I thank God for all the 100 students I could get, and 2,000 applications I got. And in that, we choose that students, and they were able to study. And I had a batch of 20 students and caregivers. All of them studied and went to States. And that is the biggest thanksgiving to God. And I thank God for the beautiful accommodation was provided to us. And I want to thank God that Cyril and me were staying in Bison Plaza, a fully furnished accommodation, and we were given a car, and we enjoyed those days. And then after that, slowly we started bringing one by one our family. Christy came, Mercy came. Then our life was full of people, and we enjoyed it throughout. And 2011, we were blessed with Noah. Noah is born in our family, and we were so happy to see this grandson. He was born in Chennai, but when he came, I, my sister, Suganti and Mercy, we dressed in the same shirt, and we received him so happily. And Noah was not only our blessing, he was a blessing for the whole family. We had a GMC, we were carrying 9 people, but this little one was our joy. And we enjoyed him so much. And if you see his first year birthday video, you will be so surprised with the suit. He was preaching with a mic, and he was so lovely, and he was very active in the church. Every time he will drum in the church. And on the 47th year, Cal and David came, and they completed my mission on the family by bringing all of them here to settle down according to God's will. On the 48th year and April, that was on 2013. 2013, I think we were slowly settling down back in Dubai after coming from Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi house was a blessing. We as a family went to Saadiyat Island, and we enjoyed it. Of course, just before that, we had David's wedding, and we had a family excursion to Bangalore. I thank God for that also. And my 49th blessing is Neeru was born on January 23rd. On the 50th year, thank God for David's wedding and our trip to Bangalore. And Christy's home call was followed. We didn't know. We went to UK and came back. We thank God for the UK trip God gave us. But whatever is the Lord's will, we gave ourselves to Him, because God gave a wonderful marriage for him that I demanded on the hot sun at 12 o'clock on the road. I cried for his marriage when his wedding dress was delayed. And God gave his marriage as a blessing. And God has blessed us with Ethan, who will always be a blessing for us and a memory of Christy. And I entered my 51st year, and I left Zuleika for good. Zuleika was a blessing in my life, and I will never forget Madam Zuleika in my life. She's the biggest blessing I ever had. And Tahir Shams, I will never forget him. He's like my brother, and he blessed me throughout my life. Otherwise, I wouldn't have served that institution for 10 years. And then I left from there and came to Sheikh Hamdan Colony on my 51st birthday. Shija was there to welcome me, and I can never forget the company and the love that we were enjoying together. And especially, we were so happy to shift into R3202, which is just one floor above Alex and Bewley's house. And in the year 2016, my sweet darling Zach was born. And Zach's arrival made our life upside down, because we had a small kid in the house, so enjoyable, so cute. and he is more cuter every day, and he is filling our life with happiness, joy, and everything. So with all this, we entered the 53rd birthday, where we can thank God and say that we have come to the stage that the little Noah which was born could collect money and buy me a gift to wear in my ears. I feel so proud that he earned it for me. And I also thank God for the big gift my husband gave me, which made my birthday so a big blessing. And Saurav and Swaraj, thank you for the beautiful cakes that you provided me, and the banquet of flowers. And Shija for this beautiful flower, and Beauty for the beautiful dress. And it's really blessed me. And today, once again, I'm going to have the cake cutting with all of my family. And thank you for listening to all this short story of my life. I have so much to thank God. I will draw my life one day, and I'll make content for my YouTube and put it, so whenever you have time, I'll have my testimony complete. And in the way through, I met Brother Ezekiah and John Prabhagar, who are my blessing and our spiritual parents. Thank you all for listening. I want to thank my special sisters, Mercy and Suganti, for running this life with me. And now I give you the audience in this room: Zach, Nova, Beulah, Cyril, Alex, and Calvin, for being the great people behind the camera and making this a great recording for you all to see. And thank you all once again. God, thank you for this 53 years of life, and God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Amen.